To make sound, strategic, and tactical decisions on the fire ground, it is essential to understand how fire grows and develops. There are basic models of fire development: fuel-limited fire development and ventilation-limited fire development. Both models of fire progression are based on 4 stages of fire development: ignition, growth, fully developed, and decay. A fuel-limited fire is typically a fire that occurs outdoors, or it is a fire in a compartment where the heat release rate is small enough so that the compartment does not have any effect on the fire's growth. A ventilation-limited fire must be in a compartment such as a room. The ventilation-limited fire typically begins as a fuel-controlled fire. However, as soon as the amount of oxygen needed for the fire to continue growing is reduced by the impact of the compartment, the fire transitions into the ventilation-limited fire development model. If more oxygen or fuel becomes available, the fire will re-enter the growth stage. This is why it is so important to understand how fire department interventions, especially ventilation, can impact a fire. For now, let's discuss the fuel-limited fire growth model. In the ignition stage, oxygen, fuel, and heat are present. Once the air-fuel mixture reaches its ignition temperature, a chemical chain reaction occurs and the fire begins. At this stage, the fire is usually very small. A fire in this stage, if discovered quickly, can be easily extinguished. During the growth stage, the fire increases its consumption of fuel and oxygen. As it does this, it creates more heat and smoke. The increased chemical reaction rate of the fire will cause it to grow. Next is the fully developed stage. During this stage, all the available combustible materials have been ignited and are actively burning. The lack of additional fuel limits the fire's growth. The fire produces the highest heat release rate during this stage of development. This is the peak size or hazard of the fire. As the amount of the available fuel is reduced, the fire enters the decay stage. The temperature and heat release rate of the fire decrease. This is the most basic fire development model. You may see an example of this type of fire development by burning a few pallets outside or in a large Class A burn building.